Hey my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, the deck that I'm working with this week is my Rocky Horror Show deck, which is the Don't Dream It, Be It Tarot. And thank you to everybody that was sort of asking, did I have a good time? If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen some photographs that went up showing my night at Rocky Horror Show. It was a really great time. Seen it loads of times, probably about the 20th time I've seen it now. But it's one of those shows I can watch it again and again. It never gets old. So yeah, it was really great fun. So thank you for all the love. Let's look at the messages. So if you were going into card number one, if you were drawn to card number one, I should say, we're going into the energies of the Hanged Man again. So we had this as our theme for Monday. I think this is the heat, you know. So many people I'm talking to are feeling trapped, are feeling stuck, are feeling like they're battling quite a lot at the moment. So you might be feeling in this space of complete overwhelmment. Trying to bring that in real close so you can see the artwork. So this is Brad, and he's suspended. He was just wanting to make a call on the telephone, and literally he's become sort of tied up with it all. So when the Hangman shows, it's about keeping perspective. It's about not letting things get the better of us. So we've got to turn the card upside down. And even though he is hanging, there's a real unawareness that he's hanging from his feet, from the sort of, you know, the point here as opposed to the neck. So don't trip yourself up unnecessarily. If stuff doesn't get done in the way that you want it to, don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. There are loads of curveballs, there's loads of changes, there's loads of things happening at the moment, and I think it's just about being adaptable to the change that happens, you know, being okay that things don't have to be set in stone, but don't string yourself up unnecessarily. A good example of this card, so the other day I was really hoping to have been in a cool space to have done some reads for people the day after Rocky Horror Show. We ended up not getting back till a lot later than expected because there was a road that was closed and it completely curveballed our direction and added a little bit more time onto our journey. And then I was just like, the next day I was hanging, you know, because I thought I was going to get back at such a time and it was quite a lot later. And so it kind of, you know, triggered a bit of a migraine actually. So I had to sort of just say to my client, look, I'm really sorry. I'm not in the best frame of mind to do my work today. And she was cool, she was fine. Done my client today, she was happy, we had a really good session. So it doesn't always have to sort of get done in the moment, but it will happen, it will get done eventually. So yeah, just don't string yourself up, like I say, with the Hangman, or the Hangman, because it does feel sometimes like we're caught between head and heart, pressures, expectations, and things change, you know, sort of curveballs happen, and sometimes we have to roll with them. Now then, as we're going into card number two, we're going into the energy of death. This looks a little bit graphic, so sorry guys, if you've never seen the film or the stage show, you're probably thinking, what's going on here? Also, if you can hear Oscar barking at next door's dogs, he's telling them off. They've been a pain in the arse today, so I'm just going to let them tell them off, to be honest. They can get their dogs in for a change. So yeah, death it's the end of something. Basically, something is coming to an end, and there's going to be some kind of change that happens off the back of it. Obviously, what we do have to acknowledge with death is sometimes physical death. So if you know that there's been passings or a passing that's about to happen, of course, we have to hold the space and the energy for that. So obviously be mindful of that. But usually death shows up when, you know, we're outgrowing something, we're needing to maybe a change. So maybe there's a feeling of like something becoming quite compromised, and where there was room to work with it and negotiate, maybe there isn't anymore. Death comes in a lot. I always sort of feel like death is like a pair of shoes that no longer fit, that are no longer comfortable, that are no longer giving us that safety and that sort of real, you know, quality comfort that we need. So if there's things in your life that are feeling very uncomfortable, maybe some changes are needed, maybe some change has to happen, and give yourself permission to sort of do what needs to be done. Close the doors that don't sort of serve and work for you, to allow peace. Death really wants peace to prevail. There's a reminder with this card. Peace prevails off the back of the change that happens, you know, so just be aware of that. And finally, as we're going into card number 3, we're going into the energies of the Magician with Riff Raff. Love this card. This is really cool. So if you haven't obviously seen the Rocky Horror Show, I apologise because you won't know what I'm talking about. But obviously if you have seen the Rocky Horror Show, then obviously Riff Raff is the original creator of Rocky, essentially. But then his idea gets discovered by Frank-N-Furter, and Frank-N-Furter decides to own it, or sort of take it on as if it's his work, his creation. He was being a copycat, but really it was always Riff Raff as the creator. So the Magician has the power to create and manifest and bring in whatever reality we want. So it's very exciting when this card shows, because this is definitely being the doorkeeper of your own destiny. The Magician is very powerful, very masterful. You've got all the skill set, you've got all the learning, you've got everything you need in your toolbox. You just now have to sort of push forward and make things happen, bring things into reality. And the Magician is quite unauthentic, quite authentic as well. So you may be going into a type of energy that a lot of other people may not have access to. Not everybody can follow us when we're in that Magician energy, but it's very exciting when it shows. So definitely harness it, use it, embrace your skill set, be the master of your own show, be the master of your own truth, be the master of your own destiny. Absolutely, you are the creator in your world, and whatever experience you want, as long as you're not hurting or harming anybody, it can manifest, it can happen, it can become. So I'm going to leave these with you. I hope they make a bit of sense and resonate. What do I need to let you know about? A couple of cheeky shouts. So at the weekend I am going to be doing Zooms throughout the week. I've done all the email reads, so thank you very much if you purchased one of those. If you haven't sort of seen your email reading, it has been done, so double check that it's not hidden in a spam or a junk folder. But they've all been done, and I've had some great feedback, so thank you very much. Like I say, Zooms throughout the rest of this week, and then on Saturday I'm doing a sold out tarot workshop at Carpe Noctem in Frome. I have a private event on Sunday, and then next week more Zooms. Next Thursday I'm going to be in Carpe Noctem in Frome in the evening, 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. We have one space left at 8 o'clock, so if you want an in-person half an hour reading with myself, pop over to the Carpe Noctem website and you'll be able to book that in. And then next Saturday, very exciting, it's the next date of my tour. So I'm going to be over in Yatton Kennel, which is literally just outside Chippenham in Wiltshire, and I'll be doing a beautiful night of reconnections with loved ones in the spirit world. And we're going to have some fabulous music. We're going to have an interval show, which is obviously like Thomas Clark is going to be our guest, and he's going to be doing some acoustic guitar and singing, and he's going to be performing a live set in the interval. So it's going to be great because you can sit and listen, or if you want to get a drink and move around you can, or if you want to dance you'll be able to. So it'll be an hour of mediumship, then Thomas's show, then another hour of mediumship. We're also going to have some cheeky stalls, so we're going to have Carly Bardware of Frog Lane will be there with her stall. Mum is hoping to be there with her stall as well, all being well, and tea and coffee and cake will be available during the night. So it's going to be pretty special. There are some tickets left. Pop over to my website if you want to get those booked in. I think we're down to the last 40 tickets now. It's quite an intimate venue, so it's going to be quite an intimate night of mediumship, but I'm looking forward to it. So that's happening not this Saturday, but next Saturday. But have a beautiful week, whatever you're getting up to. Keep shining bright, stay fabulous. Thank you for all the love and the support within my work. I really hope these messages make a bit of sense, and I'll catch up very soon. Take care, much love, bye for now.